ZWC was one of my favorite holdings in my portfolio, and I just sold all $24,000 of it. Why did I do it? And what did I do with the money? Well, I'll explain why, and at the end of this video, I'll show you what I bought with that $24,000 instead. First off, what is ZWC anyway? ZWC is a covered call ETF managed by the Bank of Montreal. It's called the BMO Canadian High Dividend Covered Call ETF, and it's designed to provide exposure to a dividend-focused portfolio while earning call option premiums. So it's utilizing an options strategy that is managed by the professionals over at BMO, which is great. Since I don't know how to trade call options myself, I let the experts do the work for me and reap the benefits. And ZWC is invested in some of the strongest companies in Canada. In fact, their top 5 holdings consists of Bell Canada, Enbridge, Nutrien, TD Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada, and with a dividend yield of over 6%. It's a great ETF to hold for awesome passive income each and every month. So why did I sell? Well, it just made sense for me. With the drop in the market, I saw an opportunity to clean up my portfolio a little bit and reallocate, while realizing a gain I had on ZWC. While everything else in my portfolio was in the red, I was still up about $1,800 on ZWC. So selling now would allow me to realize those gains, mitigate any further losses if the market drops more, and then reinvest the total $24,000 into something else. That something else is an all-in-one covered call ETF called HDIV, which is the Hamilton Enhanced Multi-Sector Covered Call ETF. This is an ETF that holds other covered call ETFs within it, and uses about 25% leverage to increase the yield of the distribution. With HDIV, you're looking at around an 8.7% yield. Now, I already owned some HDIV before swapping some more into it. And this is important to consider, because I had double exposure to some underlying holdings. The reason that I swapped my ZWC into HDIV is because HDIV actually holds 2 of BMO's covered call ETFs within it, ZWU and ZWB, which together basically contain a majority of what ZWC holds as well. ZWB focuses on the Canadian banks, and ZWU focuses on Canadian utility companies. So, apart from Nutrien, I've still got exposure to 4 of the top 5 holdings I had in ZWC with HDIV. On top of that, with HDIV, I'm able to generate a higher yield and diversify a little bit more into different sectors, and some US exposure due to the other covered call ETFs that HDIV holds. This for me was a no-brainer, and I considered it to be a good timing to get some discounted prices on HDIV with the current drop in the market. Again, I'm not saying at all that ZWC is a bad ETF. It just didn't make sense for me to hold it in my portfolio anymore, because I already had some HDIV, and I wanted to streamline my portfolio a little bit. I also really liked that HDIV was using some leverage to bump the yield up. Now, who's to say I made the right move or not? Only time will tell. But this is a decision that I made after many considerations. And given my risk tolerance, I'm willing to accept the consequences should it not work out in my favor in the long term. As always, it's important to remember that I'm just an everyday rookie investor, and the content on this channel and my blog is not to be taken as financial advice. Always be sure to do your due diligence before investing in anything. I appreciate you all for watching and supporting. And with that, I hope you have a wonderful day. Oh, and don't forget to smash the like button. Just smash it, but be careful not to break it. It can sometimes be delicate. If you're not subscribed, you can do that as well. It will make it so that you don't miss any of my future videos. This is Passive Canuck signing off.